So
yeah, there we go. We're up.
Okay.
You're up and being recorded now, Steve.
All right, sounds good.
You know, this is super important information. So just kind of rewind in your head about 2 minutes worth here, and what Steve is covering. And I apologize, guys, about not having the recording button start. What we're doing here is Steve's talking about the benefit and the power, and I'm going to touch on a little bit here in a second when he's done. But the benefit and the power of going through these pages and welcoming people and staying engaged with people that are on the pages that may or may not be part of your team, but they're part of the team. So anyway, go ahead, Steve, and then I'll come back to that.
Okay. One of the things, if you look at the different things, these are some of my favorite ones. There's other ones. The first one up on the screen right now, the link is the 25 question ones, and all you have to do is type in the search bar in your search engine, 25 questions about Isogenics, and that will pop up. And all I do is copy and paste the links into the comment box, and when I hit enter, it automatically pulls it into the comments. ISA FYI is a great one. It's just, that goes to a lot of things. Isogenics Health, you'll see that one, but then at the bottom is one that I know that I watched. Jill Ballman uses the one, the health, the science behind cleansing. She uses that one a lot. YouTube is a huge thing if you go into YouTube and you're able to do it. If I go into YouTube and just search it, and then I can go into the links and do those other things. One of the things that I like to do, all right, let me hold on here. Sorry. One of the things I like to do is, it's coming up on YouTube here. All I do is I go to the search engine and I type in why Isogenics. Whoops, Usogenics. Isogenics. And why Isogenics new comes up. I just click on it, and now I have it there. And if you look on the phone and you click on this button right there, there's my link. Whoops. There's my link right there in front of you. All you do is copy and paste that link. You copy and paste this link right here and copy that into your comment box, and your video will come up. And so a lot of times I'll do that one, or another good one is the Team Isogenics one, and that was on on the other comment one. And this one right here, the Team Isogenics one's on there. Are You Toxic is another good one. And the reason why I have all these different ones is I like to look at the post. Some people will post, this person is an athlete or a runner. Well, then they need to see the Team Isogenics one. They need to see, yeah, I think someone's not muted there, Brent.
Let me see. I don't hear anybody else.
Okay.
It's rain. It's pouring rain here. Maybe me.
Okay. And so what we do is I look at the different types of things. If they say they want to feel better and have more energy, I try to do the Are You Toxic? The Isogenics movie one, which is about halfway down there, which is right here, that one takes you to all the movies within the Isogenics back office. So that's a good one too for people. But I try to vary it up too. And I try to vary up what's going on and how it's going. One of the things we talk about is, like I said, the comments. Angie's going to talk about commenting on the personal pages and that of different people in the posts. So,
real quick, Steve, I want to touch on something before you pass over to Angie. Is, because I was the same way about this. I still, once in a while, I'll just put welcome. I actually click on the person's name to see if they're part of our team, and in any way, shape, or form, to see if I'm connected with them, see if we have any mutual friends. And what I'll do generally, if I see that they are, then I'll tag on one of those movie links. If I see that they aren't, then I'll still go ahead and put the welcome comment, just because I know it moves them up in the status and it lets other people take a look at their post and maybe some more people welcome them. I do agree that it's better to add value to the posts and make those comments. And the question might be why? Why would I spend my time in XHP welcoming people? How is that going to help my business? And I'm going to tell you why. And Steve, you guys are an outstanding example of this. The reason why is because you've become more educated because you've done it, because you have found more things to do because you've done it, and because you are now, it's in your frontal lobe, if you will, it's in your forethought to think about your side, your business opportunity within Isagenix all the time, or at least for those 5 or 10 or 15 minutes that you're engaged in actively posting in here. When you help other people, whether you believe in karma or the grace of God or a combination of those things or whatever it is, but when you help other people, when you think good, positive thoughts about helping others, good, positive things happen to you. It works that way. Don't ask me how. I have no idea. Don't even care to figure it out. I just know that it works. And I know that the more that somebody, I can tell you right now that Steve and Angela's business has increased and has improved based on the fact that they've simply been involved in being on those pages. And Jill will tell you this. She told me this a long time ago and I didn't believe it, but go figure, she was right again. And that is, she can tell the success of a person, the likely success, I should say, of a person that is engaged in the pages and commenting and talking. And she can tell that they're going to be successful. And I can tell you right now that Steve and Angie will be successful because I know their involvement level, right? They're involved. I mean, he's figured out how to make all these posts and copy these posts and keep his links and, you know, and all this kind of stuff. On my phone, if I start typing in, if I type in W, if I'm on Facebook and I type in W, it's going to come up welcome. And then it's going to give me the to the team and an exclamation mark. And then when I hit that exclamation mark, it gives me a whole list of possible links that I can just touch that button and it's going to pop that right onto the screen. So if I hit welcome, it'll go to the team, and then a space, and it might be Isagenix Business, Isagenix Health, Isagenix ISA FYI. All those things will be right there. And so what Steve's talking about is so important that I don't know. I mean, it's awesome that you guys are doing it, Steve, and I don't know what happened to your screen, but anyway, I think it's fantastic that what you guys are doing. So Angie, go ahead and rock it on.
Okay, Angie's having a sneeze attack right now, so hold on here.
Oh, come on, I want to see it.
He wants to see it. Okay. The next thing we're going to talk about is your post, your personal page post, and post on HXP and Great Nutrition. One of the things that we talk about is product post. And I'm going to do a little shout out to one of my team members here because she does an awesome job at this. And I want to show this. Jillian this is her pack. She's the president's pack, like first lady pack is what we can call it, the first lady queen. And this is a typical post for a product page. And what I like about this is it shows something about what she loves, but it also shows something of Isagenix, and it talks about what kind of pack it is and the product we have. That's a typical product post. I like to do at least one of those or two of those a week, and just to get a product post out there and to do that. The other posts that we do on our pages are what we call our motivation or support. If anybody knows me and everybody's seen my posts, my theme that I always talk about with my kids or my football players or my kids in my classroom is get better. When we talk about getting better every day, and I try to post that as a theme, Angie and I talk about is if you're going to post something on social media, whether it be in the business pages, whether it be in HXP, whether it be in Great Nutrition, whether it be on your personal page, have a theme for the day. Have a theme for that day. Like if I'm going to say I'm going to get better, I'm going to try to do that in every single page and post something different in each 3 pages, but be in the same theme. Angie's post the other day was what was it? It was just the other day. You were, what was it? Yesterday. It was I can't think of what it was.
I don't know.
It was your post, your theme. It was something to the effect of don't quit or don't give up. And that's kind of what we talk about, is having a theme for those days. And then once you do those things, then you can have what we call a power post. A power post is something that you want to make sure that you have, and you do something to the effect of something like this, where you talk about your life and you talk about releasing pounds. And this is one of our power posts where we put pictures up. Angie's picture, my picture, and our picture before and after. And
hey, Steve, I want to interrupt you real quick here, just real quick second, because you might be confusing some people. I know that you're showing this post from Extremely Happy People, but one of the things that, and I think you're going to go there, is what Steve's posting here is in the actual product page. He's not posting he's not showing what he posts on his personal page. So when he's showing pictures of isogenic stuff and all that kind of stuff, that's not what you're going to put on your personal page. We're getting there in XHP to kind of help other people that are already there and they know why they're there. But anyway, if you want to just make sure you're clarifying that when you're talking about your different posts. Yeah,
I was just getting to that point of, and I was heading that direction when we were talking about posting. If you post something like that, like this, I could use the same post right here, but not have the ISA couple in it. What I would do is, what we want to drum up is curiosity. And curiosity is what we want to have as far as the different things in here. And one of the things that we talk about, I want to make sure we have it here, is just having curiosity when we do it. I don't have it right now. So, sorry. Okay. One of the things we talk about as on your personal page is generate curiosity. And I'm going to give a shout out to Dan Lozon. Dan Lozon is one of the best at making a 1-sentence or a 2-sentence post and having 15 to 20 likes and messages within a half an hour of it. Creates that curiosity. I think one of them during football season was, man, I lost 5 pounds sleeping. And that was it. And all of a sudden, his phone was going off, and it was just incredible with what we do there. Brent was talking about your personal page. You are a brand. One of the things that you're doing is trying to branding yourself. And what you do is, we talk about it, and I'll show something that we did from the summer is, you want to do this. I mean, I did a video this summer when I was riding my bike, and it was just a video talking about Life Changer and what we're all about. It's just little things like that, brand yourself and make your brand so that people are appealing to what it is and what you're doing. And that's some of the reason why we've drawn interest, is people watch us on our journey. That's exactly a quote from one of our enrollees was, man, I watched you and Angela all summer do your thing and do your bike riding and do your adventures. And that was one of the reasons why they wanted to get enrolled, is because they saw us and how we did it and what we did. And it's just one of those things that we just love to do and support that. And the other thing is, motivate your team and support your team with the different quotes. Just come up with a post that says, hey, don't give up. I love Jimmy Valvano. Don't give up. Don't ever give up. And I used that yesterday for the cleanse day. A lot of people do that. So when you're doing that, make sure we have our power posts. Make sure you have your branding posts. Try to get a ratio that you think is right. I love in the morning posting an HXP Great Nutrition, Team Life Changer, and my personal page. Those 4 posts I try to do in the morning, and then at night I do the welcome. Try to do the welcome ones. We're building relationships. Angie's going to talk about building relationships here and what she found out this past week. It was kind of cool. So, yep. I will.
Angela, you need to unmute yourself. There you
I
go.
did.
Okay.
Yeah. He pretty much covered some of the things that I was supposed to cover, but that's okay. I try to keep my feed and someone else's feed on my personal Facebook page. And for that to happen, I have to comment on something that they post. So I try to go through, and sometimes I have to go to their page because mine's just loaded with XHP and great nutrition, great results. So I have to go to their page and I have to comment on their pages. And I did that this past week, and I had mentioned Happy New Year to them, and previous weeks I had made comments on their page. Well, I got a phone call this week from one of them, and she was interested in the product, and I've never reached out to her, but she said she had been watching. So I try to keep, by posting in their pages, it keeps our feed in their pages. And she actually ended up signing up. And so we just try to keep that going and keep it in their page, keep it in our feed, and just with like, yeah. Yeah. So we've gotten a couple of enrollees this past week with just posting in their feed on their own personal page, so it'll keep our feed on their page. It's just the way that Facebook works with it.
Yeah. Turn your volume down. Hold on, sorry. Turn your volume down. Turn it down.
I'm trying, honey.
Okay.
Now, you two don't want to sit next to each other?
I guess not.
You know, real quick, before you go to your thing, I want to say that, you know, that comment about posting on other people's page, Facebook, and I know that Lynette has said this before, Facebook is, you know, almost created for network marketing. Facebook gives you a perfect way to post on other people's page. And the way they do that is they tell you who's having a birthday, right? So it tells you right there who's having a birthday. And if you just go on there and you post happy birthday to all the people, and if they're my Facebook friend, I'm going to wish them happy birthday. I mean, if you were in a restaurant and you saw somebody who's having a birthday, would you not tell them happy birthday? So what difference does it make if you say happy birthday to somebody? But if you say happy birthday, hope you have a healthy new year, or hope you have a healthy year, another healthy year, or hope you have a healthy year, that might spark a conversation. And it's happened for me, because if I see somebody's having a birthday, I'm going to say happy birthday, hope you have a healthy year, another healthy year, something along those lines. And I do that over and over and over again. One of the things I always do is I go through, and if there's somebody having a birthday, Facebook's already telling me that they're having a birthday, I'm going to go in there and say it. And if they put in the wrong birthday or something, because I've had that, you know, because I know all these cops, you know, so they don't want to put in the real birthday, whatever. Oh, it wasn't my birthday. Okay, well, so what? I still, you know, I created a conversation piece, right? So that's one of the things that Facebook does for you to help you with getting your birthday or getting your communications established on other people's feeds. And what Steve's talking about there is that if you are super active in, you know, XHP or Great Nutrition or Life Changer or any of those pages, then your feed is going to be filled with that. And sometimes I have to like hit the scroll button, just scroll way down just to start getting onto other feeds, because that's where Facebook gives you what you do most, right? But one of the ways to find those other people is to click on that. And, you know, in your comment, and you both have made it, is, you know, people are watching you. People are watching you. And, you know, I was at a police retirement today for Lisa Ruggiero. I don't know if she's on the call or not, but congratulations. She retired from 24 years with the Phoenix Police Department. One of the things that happened while I was there is at least 5 people came up to me and they're like, oh man, I can't believe you're actually even in town. Why aren't you on a beach somewhere? Right? So brand yourself, right? Our brand is that we're having a great time living. right? That's our brand. We're having a fantastic time, and I don't post anything but good stuff on Facebook. Facebook, for me, it's my business, and I am going to promote what I want people to see about my business. And I used this example with somebody else the other day. I don't know, you guys have Chick-fil-A up there, Angela, Steve?
Yeah, it's around.
Okay, so Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A is a perfect example, right? Chick-fil-A, if you go buy a Chick-fil-A, what do you see on the windows? Chicken, right? That's all they have on there. Are they known for do they have a religious belief and a religious background, and are they closed on Sunday? Yeah, they're closed on Sunday, but do they advertise to everybody, hey, we're closed on Sunday? No, they're just happen to be closed on Sunday because they have a religious belief. But they don't post their religion on their windows. They post chicken, because they want people to see chicken, right? I've got, Tracy and I have our own drama. We have our own issues. We have all kinds of things that we believe or whatever, but I'm not going to post that on my page because I want people to see that if you choose to live a different style of life than maybe what you're currently living, that you can do other things with your life. And you've got to brand yourself, like you're saying, to be what it is that you want people to see. If you're posting negative crap, or you're posting overly political stuff, or you're posting those kind of things, good, that's fine. I mean, that's what you can do. That you can choose to do that with your Facebook, but that just means that you're not using that tool to promote your business and the opportunities that you offer. So it's an incredible topic, and you can agree, disagree, whatever. But like I said, there's all kinds of ways probably to get to being very successful with Isogenics. I just need to know one, right? And I've picked that one, and I'm following that person. Then that's Jill and how she's done it. And I'm going to do it that way, and I'm going to coach you how to do it that way. And if you think, oh, well, he's wrong, you can do it this way too, good luck. I mean, I'm not going to tell you can't. I'm just saying I don't need to know a million different ways to get there. I just need to know one and follow it. Right?
We talk about building relationships, and I've heard you say it before, Brent, about building relationships and that. You build relationships all the time, and one of the ways you build it is showing the people the support and that. And I'm going to kind of go back in a circle here to the welcome post. We have in our team Life Changer, we have a core group, and we have our consultant group, and we have our downline, and we have this. One of the things that we talk about is if you're building your team and you want to build your team and you have people that are welcoming people to HXP or Great Nutrition, is create a message group within Facebook. And when you enter somebody in as a welcome post, send a message out to that message group of 6 to 10 people, or your 20 people, or whatever it is that your group of people that are, and say, hey, I just added this person to HXP, or I added this person to Great Nutrition. Can you please show it some love, or can you please do it? And I know Jillian and Andrea and Cora and our Diane and Danny Loza, all of us, and Dan Ferguson, all of us talk about that, and we've coached our people within our downlines to let us know and to let somebody know, because I had somebody that said, man, as soon as you welcome me, there were 15 people saying welcome and welcome to the page. And that showed me right there that there was support. I was sold right then. And that's what it's all about, is supporting each other and supporting our team. And I mean, our core group, I guarantee you, if somebody was to post a welcome right now and said, show it some love, I guarantee there'd be 5 to 10 posts on it within 30 seconds to 2 minutes. And that's what it's all about, is supporting the team and being part of a team. And I know that we enrolled almost 50 people this last week, and a lot of it was due to social media, and a lot of it to do was the way we do things on Team Life Changer here in Michigan, and the way Dan Ferguson has led our team in that. Pretty much.
Yeah, on that topic, and I want to say this, Steve, is that some people ask me, they go, okay, well, I've got a team, and at what point do I need to create a page? At what point do I need to create a Team Life Changer, right? My opinion is this. start with a messenger group, right? And, get your messenger group up and running. The reason that Team Life Changer does so well with their Facebook page that they started, and I told Dan, I think you started it too early. But one of the things that he has done and what he has that we didn't have when we started ours, even I waited longer, is he's got a very strong core group of people that help build that team. And if you're trying to start a team page and you don't have a really strong group of people that are constantly going to be in there and chatting it up and talking and exchanging information and dedicated, not for the day or the week or the month, but for year or 2 years, then to go in there and make those posts and get that help and keep that page active, then that's going to make the page not as fun to be on. And if it's not as fun to be on, then people just aren't going to visit it. I can't tell you how many messenger groups, and some of them, I won't say which one, you might be on it, Steve, that are just crazy, crazy busy, right? And they're constantly yakking and constantly carrying on. And then I'm on some that are pretty slow and they don't have a lot of conversation on them. And it's too bad because they know each other very well and they don't chit chat. They don't just have the conversations of the day. And I know some people are like, oh, well, I don't like my phone going off that busy. I don't like this notifications. Turn your notifications off, right? I see people all the time, they leave a group. And again, I've said this before and I'll say it now. I don't care if somebody leaves a group. It just means they're not ready for that level of commitment to the business or to that group. And if you don't want to be a part of a group, that's what the leave button's for, right? If I got, I keep all my notifications are off on all of my groups, and I go back and I read them and I see what they say and I keep up with them. But I do it at my time when I want to do it. And because it's awesome. I mean, I can't tell you how great it feels to see people being so successful and so positive. And because if you're living, I like that phrase, it's like if you're holding a grudge, it's like, drinking poison and hoping somebody else will die, right? Hoping the other person will die. And I love that. If you don't like somebody, bad, get over it is my recommendation. Because I've had plenty of people in this world that I didn't care for. And, quite honestly, I probably wouldn't, get in a fist fight for them, but I'm not going to walk around thinking about it, because if I walk around thinking about it, then they're probably not thinking about me. That just means I'm letting them have, Susan Sly says, you're letting them live rent free in your head, right? I'm not going to let somebody live rent free in my head, right? So, is there any questions on, what Steve and Angela threw out there on the social media stuff? I mean, if somebody's got a question, raise your hand. Either use the little raise your hand button, or else if you unmute yourself, that's fine. Just we'll try not to have everybody talk at once. Is there any comments or concerns or questions? We got a lot of people on here. April, you want to throw anything in, or Dan, you want to throw anything in?
I'll add something. Just two things to talk about. Talking about being very intentional, and when we say, show it some love and that sort of thing, I would go as far as to say even one more, and that is I really like the videos, but I'm not as knowledgeable as somebody else. So we have 2 or 3 people that are video people. So when you say show some love, I just expect our video people are going to post videos. I'm going to post how to navigate through the site thing, how to search something. Someone else is going to post something motivational. So not only I'll do something, but make sure you differentiate with whose roles they are. It's just like our launch parties. Know what your roles are. I don't lesson plan anymore. I'm not a teacher anymore. I'm an administrator. So our teachers are really good at YouTube and YouTube videos and teacher web and all of those things. So they know those links. Those are our people that do that. So when you say a core group and get with your people, guys, we're talking about 3 or 4 people, and that 3 or 4 people can turn into about 8. So you don't need any more than that. Okay. So not only everybody show love or whatever, but everybody have a specific job, know what their job is, and follow through. The other part on creating your own page and there's a lot of different opinions on that. What I just want to tell you, and I don't think it was a mistake, but I will tell you this. I lost enrollees because I began to manage the website. And that's just a choice I made, that other people were growing and I was managing. And that's, again, it's not a bad thing. We have a very good retention rate on our enrollees because we do stay connected to them. But every time that I'm posting or managing my own website and not XHP or Great Nutrition or Team Shady, that's time that I could be out prospecting or whatever. Really, our team said when we outgrew a Facebook private message post, that's when the website came up. So what I want to caution everyone on that, and this is the other part, kind of check your egos at the door. I say this all the time. This is crazy. Life changer. Yes, we're trying to create a brand. I buy t-shirts. That's my role in Life Changer. I do not profess that website is me. And I demand that, because then if people think that I'm Life Changer, Dan Ferguson, then how they feel about me might impact how they feel about Isogenics or this opportunity. And I might be a polarizing figure in the community. I don't know. So Life Changer is us. It's a brand. So if you go in that direction, don't identify it to an individual person. I know Brent talks about that Shady, and he always explains that some people are turned off or turned on by that or whatever. Have it bigger than one person, okay? And last thing I'll say, this is another example, spouses, and have it bigger than one person. It's just a personal pet peeve of mine, and it scores me points with Tracy, is look at any post that I write that includes the Shaws, any one of them. I'll bet you $1 if it's within the past 6 months, since it's been July 19th. How about that? Since July 19th, anytime I mention both Tracy and Brent electronically, guess who I mentioned first? Tracy. Because Brent's mug and face is on front of everything else. They're a team, and treat them as such. And that's just the example, just the little things. Be intentional with everything you can do. And that's all I got. Thanks.
We'd do the same thing, too, for you if Jen would get on Facebook.
Yeah.
We'll work on that again next week. Okay. Is there anything else? Anybody else want to add anything? One of the comments that was made in the chat, if you're not seeing the chat over here that's going a little bit, is if somebody gets booted out of XHP, if somebody leaves one of those pages, the only way to get them back in is if you go to a laptop or a PC, you can click invite via email. So if you send them the email invite, they can accept that email invite to come back into the page. If you just try to add somebody that's left, it won't let you do that. It also won't let you leave. It also won't let you put anybody in that's been kicked out. If you have somebody that for some reason has been kicked out or blocked or whatever, it was probably due to some comment that they made, or maybe they're trying to push another product line or something like that, and it could be, there's a variety of reasons. But if you reach out to me, I can find out why that happened, and Tracy and I are both admins on XHP, so we can figure that out and make things happen there. But okay, it's about 10 minutes till 7, so we've been on about an hour. I want to touch on something real quick, and then I'm going to wish you guys the best, and knowing that I'm going to see a good portion of you next week. We will do another we'll do another Zoom next Tuesday. Dan, if you let me see, I want to see who else is on here. Yeah, it can happen. Don't shake your head at me. I think who else is on here right now that's currently, yeah.
Andrea.
Wisconsin. Who's
my Wisconsin peeps on?
Where's Vicky at?
Where's Vicky? Yeah, is Vicky still on here? If Vicky's on here, I'll give her the assignment.
Jillian, get off your phone.
Jillian's on her phone chatting. I don't know what's going on. So,
Jillian's there.
All right, Dan, it's you, brother. So next Tuesday, find a topic. So you're going to be the guy. What we're trying to do is we're going to try to take this to, what I want to do is I want to bring the executives, the people that are at executive. I know, Steve, you and Angela aren't there yet, but you will be soon. But I really want to try to push this towards having the executives come on and do a training. So Dan, think of a training topic and you can put that together. I want to leave you guys with something. I read, oh wait, we got a hand up. Somebody whose name is iPhone. They have a question. Let me unmute. You'll have to unmute yourself. Whoever your name is, iPhone. I don't know who it is. If you've got a question, you can ask unless you were just practicing hitting the iPhone button or hitting the raise my hand button. Okay. If you unmute yourself, you can communicate. Otherwise, I can't help you out there.
There you go.
There we go. Go ahead. No?
Nope.
Okay. All right. So I want to leave you guys with something for this next week. And one is, again, I'm really excited to see that everybody's going to be there. This is going to be in Dallas, and we're going to have a lot of fun. But this week, I want you to think when you're talking to somebody, I really want you to get this concept of why in your head when you're talking to people. I've been reading this book, and it's really inspired me in a different mindset. And, finding out why somebody wants to do it. And I'm not talking about their deep down, most deep secrets or whatever. I'm just telling you to ask one more question. When somebody says, I'm interested, why? Why are they interested? Well, I want to lose weight. Why? Why do you want to lose weight? What is it that you're wanting? I want to feel better. I want to have a little bit more energy. Okay, well, what would you do if you had that? Okay, get to that level of, again, it doesn't have to be, laying on a couch kind of, conversation level, but it needs to be the level that you're having an intelligent conversation about why they want to start the program. When you find out why they want to start the program and they say, yeah, this is what I want to do, and if the price conversation comes up, then you can have a conversation back on, well, what's it worth to have your lower blood pressure and no problem with your diabetes, right? So because they've told you that, right? Well, I want to lose weight. Why? Well, because my doctor says that my blood pressure is too high and I'm borderline diabetic. Okay, well, that's a great reason, right? Are you spending a lot of money doing that? Yeah, I'm spending this and I'm spending that. Well, how much time are you spending doing that? Well, I'm having to go to the doctor once a month or once a week, or I'm having to do this or I'm doing that, and I'm having to buy all these meds to make this happen, to make that happen. Okay, now let's talk about the price of the program, right? Which one do you want? Good, better, best, best, better, good, whatever it is, whatever layout you want to give them. Well, that sounds kind of expensive. Why is it $20 a day? Well, you just told me you were spending $400 a month on your meds, right? What's an opportunity to not have to spend that anymore on your meds worth, right? So that, again, changes that, right? If you have to get into a conversation, and I see it all the time on XHP, and I see it in Great Nutrition now a little bit more, and people are wanting to debate the cost of something. If you're debating the price with somebody, then you've made the introduction the wrong way, right? I'm even going to change the way that I've been presenting based off of this, because I always said people want to know three things. What is it? How much is it, and when can I get it? I'm going to change that. It's what is it? How much is it? When can I get it? But really, why do you want it? Right? Because that's what I really want to know before I even answer those questions, before we even talk about that, is why do you want it? Because if you find out why they want it, is because they want to, they want to earn some extra income. Well, that's a whole other conversation, right? Why do you want it? I want to have more energy. I want to lose weight, whatever it is. Have those conversations and watch what happens with your business. Watch what happens with your life, and great things will happen, I promise. So if anybody has any questions, we'll field some questions now. If nobody has any questions, we'll wrap it up. Oh, wait. Tracy's going to beat me back here. What do you want me to say? I already said earlier.
Do you want launch times?
The launch times, did you post them yet? Here, Tracy. Here's Tracy.
Hello. All right, I just posted in the NYKO page the launch times and where everything's going to be. So I am now creating the events. So you can add people to the events for the launch party, both Thursday night and for Sunday. And then we've got the team party on Friday. So make sure if you've got anybody in the Texas area, invite them. And even if you have people that are not going to be at NYKO, make sure that they know that this launch party is available for them or people that they know. Okay, so it's important that we all come together and help anybody, even if they're not at NYKO with us, to get people there. Okay, so everything's coming up.
All right. And Danny's got a question. Go ahead, Danny. Unmute yourself, brother.
Unmute yourself, bud.
You're still muted. There you go.
All right, sorry about that.
Sorry.
Oh, curious to know what book you mentioned. You're reading a book. We'd like to know what book you're reading.
Oh, Start with Why by Simon Sinek. Start with Why. W-H-Y.
Thank you.
Yep, you bet. Yeah, it's a really good book. I'm not done with it yet, so I'm about, I don't know, I'm 3/4 of the way done. Okay. So anyway, locally, we're having launch parties on Saturday. We have one on the east side of town, the one on the west side of town. And April, do you have anything? Otherwise, we're gonna wrap this up. Unmute yourself. Fix your hair.
Oh my God.
All right, she's not gonna unmute.
Hi, April.
I know. Don't I look beautiful?
You're hot.
I'm a hot mess. No, I don't really have anything, but nobody really talked about other social media, I don't think, unless I missed it, about other than Facebook. So LinkedIn is a great tool if you have a network on there from like a past job.
Right.
So I like to post on LinkedIn. I like to post on Instagram. I like to post on Facebook, obviously. But, you know, if you're in that routine of posting, you know, every morning and every evening, do it on the other social media and don't just limit yourself to Facebook.
Yeah, Jill Ballman talks about Snapchat a lot too. She Snapchats people all the time and messages people within her groups.
Right.
She talks about that too.
Yeah, I would say I don't know what I know what it is, but I don't Snapchat.
Right.
But I like to use the video option on Facebook. It's like a 15-second video that you can send to, you know, whoever. So it's a great tool to get on your Facebook Messenger and hold the camera thing down, and that'll start a video. And you like, hey, I'd love to invite you to our event on Saturday. You know, I hope to see you. Happy New Year. And they'll get your face and your voice and your energy in their messenger thing. So it's a whole lot better than just a text message. So take that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, doing videos is amazing, guys. And again, people will follow you. People are listening. People are watching. And I've been, you know, actively involved in Isogenics and actively involved in promoting my business for well over 2 years, probably approaching 3 years. And I've got a ton of people that have never reached out, that never even hit the like button. But today it just reminded me again when I was at that retirement meeting or that retirement event that, you know, all these people walking up to me and making comments to me about, you know, what I'm doing and where I'm at and where I'm going. It just reminds you that people are watching. And as they're watching, they're looking for, they're looking for a reason to start, or they're looking for a reason to say, oh, I knew it wouldn't work, right? So the bell curve that's in that why, you know, start with your why, you know, it talks about the early adapter, or well, it talks about the inventors, right? So if you can kind of imagine this on a bell curve, you've got the inventors, then you've got the early adapters, right? That's a small end as well. And then you've got the early starters, right? The people that are going to start. And then you got the late starters, the people that come in later. And then you've got the laggards, the people that, you know, are at the very end. They talk about the loyalty of those groups, right? The people that come in early, they're usually super loyal. The people that are the inventors, they're obviously loyal because they started it. The people that are the early adapters, they're loyal. They're the people that stand in line at, you know, 4 a.m. to get a new iPhone, right? They're going to get that brand new one because they want it. And so they're definitely loyal to iPhone, right? It doesn't matter if another phone's better or has better this or better that. It doesn't matter. They're loyal to that brand. Then you've got the early, the people that just come in early because they're like, oh, that's kind of cool, right? So they're going to get started. But when you get to the latter end of that bell curve, what you find is their loyalty's not there as much. They're still willing to try it, but what they're really looking for is a reason that it doesn't work. They're looking for a reason that it doesn't happen. Now you can convert those people to becoming more loyal, but you've got to get them started. And there's a whole chapter in how that works. But anyway, again, I want to really encourage you guys to think about your why, or think about getting the why when you're getting people started this week. And keep rocking, man, because January, great things are happening. There's some amazing things happening with some of the people on the team as far as their growth and everything else. Go ahead, April.
A quick comment about videos again. So I would encourage all of you to put yourself on a 3 or 5 or 7 day video challenge every day on your Facebook page and your community pages, because I have actually had a lot of people, not a lot, but a handful of people join my team because they've seen the way that I just use the products in a normal way and not like weird and stuff. So I've posted these videos like on my page or in some of our community pages, and they'll contact me and, basically want coaching because they bought it on Amazon or they bought it, from somebody that's not a coach. So they want to be with somebody that can incorporate the products on, in a daily normal basis. So I would encourage you to get out of your head, not worry about what you look like, what you sound like, try to look a little bit better than I do right now. But post a video, just make it a minute or two long about, hey, I'm super busy today. This is what I'm drinking, or just, whatever you're using. You don't necessarily have to be super private or protective about keeping Isagenix labels out of the video. I mean, don't make it all about, this is what I do, Isagenix, but just, show how you're using the shakes or the cleanse or whatever. But that might really spark some people who are not even on your team. You don't know them, but they have these products and they have no idea how to use them in a different way.
Don't be weird.
We have a couple people on our team that do a great job of that. Jillian and Andrea have done some great videos of their shakes and their drinks that they do. So,
yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Well, again, thanks everybody. It's always amazing to see the number of people that we're getting on the teams. Make sure that you're sharing this with your teams, because these topics that get brought up here, whatever training that we're going to keep doing, this is going to be directed by you guys. So if you have a training topic that you want covered, shoot me a message. Either I'll do it or I'll find somebody on the team that can do it better than me that wants to do it, and we'll have somebody else do the training on any topic that you want. But it's more valuable if we have more people than just you on the call, right? So we want your teams on the call, because that's what's going to help build the depth of your organization, is to have the people that you brought on trained so that they understand how to do this as a business, or how to make this a business opportunity. So I hope that everything was helpful to you. Steve, thanks very much. That was great. Angela, thank you very much. I know you.
Angie's got a question.
Oh, go ahead.
Did April say don't worry about putting Isagenix out on your personal Facebook page, that it's okay to do that?
If you've been doing Isagenix for more than 90 days, people already know what you're doing anyway. I wouldn't make it a habit, like to put it out there every day, but I put Isagenix on my Facebook page like once a month or something. So if people already know what you're doing, it's not a big secret. So I would say in your first 90 days, try to keep that at a minimum. But after that, just here and there.
And clarify that, April. It's not your first 90 days of doing it. It's your first 90 days of being open about doing it, right? Because I used the nutrition for almost a year and never told anybody. So my 90 days didn't start until I started really promoting the nutrition and talking to people about it. So use that as your marker, right? And again, like April said, she made a great point. Don't paint your page green with Isagenix stuff, but it's okay if you throw it out there. Put your finger over part of the Isagenix thing just to kind of be funny, right? Or something along those lines. but yeah, it's not a huge, you know, nobody's gonna fire an arrow at you if you put ice.
Well, I noticed a video that Lynette made today with doing her cleanse. She had all the products out, but she had them turned backwards.
Right.
Where you can see the name.
Yeah. Yeah. Tanya Kirkpatrick started that. I should say, I don't know if she started or not, but she did one, and she did that on her personal page and showed it all, making it all nice, and had the sound of the ice being stirred and all that kind of stuff. And so, you know, she had all these people that are like, what is that you're drinking? You know, because it looked good, it sounded good, you could almost smell it through the page, right? So if you're capable of putting that together and you want to do a video like that, and like April said, she does these little, 3, 5, 7 day challenges of videos, and like anything, she's gotten better at it, right? If the first couple times you do it, you're probably going to suck at it. Face it, right? We all do, right? So what? Do it again, right? My son, I'll give him a little shout out. He's got his YouTube channel, and he's out, doing his YouTube thing, and his videos still suck, but they're funny, right? And he's getting better, and he's getting better and better and better. And the more he does it, the better he's getting. And I don't know, he made like $40 off of YouTube since he started or something ridiculous. But it's just, he's just getting better. And we all get better the more we do these things. So if anybody wants to follow Zach on YouTube, he'll be excited. Zachary Shaw on YouTube. He'll love that. So, but anyway, that's it, guys. I don't have anything else too exciting. Has anybody else got anything? Whoever was iPhone earlier, I saw you coming on and off, but I apologize. I just didn't know who it was. Okay. All right. We'll wrap it up. Look forward to seeing you guys next week. And Dan will be the topic holder next week, and everybody else we'll see you guys next week in Dallas.
I think it's me.
All right. Is anybody? April already bailed off. Steve, thanks very much. Steve,
hey, no problem, Brent.
That was good stuff, man. So
thanks, Steve.
It was all good stuff.
And Angela.
Thank you, Teresa.
I look like Rudolph.
Who looked like Rudolph?
I said I looked like Rudolph. Red
No,
cheeks
you
and
don't. You can't even see it. You look great. I'm glad you were here. Kathy, poor Kathy, she finally had to get off. She's like taking her face off of her camera because she's upside down. Kathy, thank you for staying with us. Upside down and all.
I to talk about, but Mr. Teacher Mode over there did it all.
What's that?
I said I was supposed to talk more, but Teacher Mode over there did most of it.
I know, man. I was noticing he was hogging the camera.
Hmm?
He was hogging up the camera.